Yeah, I want to show you a little trick. You probably heard about the big taking a little bit of baking soda and water, but one thing you can add to it is lemon juice. And not a lot, just enough to make it fizz a little bit. You don't need a lot of baking soda. Yeah, I'm using the Arm & Hammer brand. It's not aluminum. It doesn't have aluminum in it. That's a myth. It's baking powder that might. But any brand you get, if you want to get aluminum free, quote unquote, from Bob's, do whatever you want. But anything that says baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, it's safe. It's pure. There's also Hospitality brand. But you take a little bit of this, mix it up, and I like putting it in ice water. And I don't really like the way baking soda tastes, and I don't like the way lemon water tastes, but when you combine them, it's not bad. It's kind of like a little bit of an Alka-Seltzer. So you don't need a lot. I didn't put a lot of baking soda in there. And I put some ice. And the reason, now, you're going to probably think lemon is extremely acidic. Well, the pH of the lemon itself is acidic, but the ash from the lemon, and actually if you take lemon juice or lemons into the body, even though lemons are acidic themselves, they become alkalizing, and their net effect on the body is extremely alkalizing. As a matter of fact, it's the most alkalizing food, period, lemons. And of course I'm drinking out of my Cooter's cup here. But it tastes like pretty good. It's not really good, but in other words, it tastes better than either baking soda water or lemon water. Like if you put just a little lemon in it. Because it's tart, you know. If you mix the two, it works better. It's actually more alkalizing than either one of them on their own. And it's got a better taste. So, you'll notice there's a little bit of a pickup of energy. Now, sodium bicarbonate, actually what it does is it brings up the carbon dioxide pump, I guess you would call it, in your body. But as it does that, it also brings up the oxygen side. It's weird that carbon dioxide can actually bring up your oxygen. It's not, well, I mean, it's not weird, it's a fact. It's almost like counterintuitive, maybe I should say that it would be the case, but that's actually the case. As a matter of fact, they use bicarbonate in hospital emergency rooms, and not baking soda pure, but bicarbonate. They'll use that in hospital emergency rooms and also intensive care. And that's to bring up the carbon dioxide pump side of things, which actually brings up the oxygen side. So your energy seems to go up when you take this without, and there's really virtually no calories in it. You're talking, you know, minuscule amount. You don't want to use anything artificial. 100% juice concentrate and pure baking soda. I know some people is going to say Arm & Hammer, but believe me, it's, you know, don't believe me. Do whatever you want, but there's always going to be the comment out there that it contains aluminum. It does not contain aluminum. That is baking powder, and often even that doesn't contain aluminum. But do what you want. If you want to, because the reason I'm mentioning that is because you're not going to be able to get, you know, the more expensive stuff in your local supermarket, like Bob's Red Mills, I think it is, aluminum free, quote unquote. It's minuscule. As a matter of fact, you know, people getting that nitpicky, they should realize that anytime you touch something, whether it's plastic or whatever it is, you can get things absorbed into your skin that's probably far in excess of whatever type of impurity might be in the manufacturing process of baking soda that you get from the store. Matter of fact, if you go walk in your car during the summer, the heat from the seats, from the plastic, releases all these benzene into the air, and you breathe that in. As a matter of fact, anytime you buy any type of food, it's processed a lot of times with equipment that is made out of aluminum or even stainless steel, which has nickel in it. So there's always billionths of a part of plastic or some kind of toxic metal in anything you eat. So, you know, if you're going to get real crazy about, you know, Arm & Hammer baking soda has aluminum in it, you should see everything else has, you know, plastic bottles have something in it. Anything you're exposed to at home has something in it, from the furniture, the rugs, the drapes, the curtains, whatever. It's, if you want to be that nitpicky about it, because I always hear this on a comment on YouTube, Arm & Hammer has aluminum. No, it does not. It does not. It's pure baking soda. If you're talking about a billionth of a part, you better start looking at everything else you freaking come in contact with, which is just about everything under the sun. And this is a detoxification. So if you want to go ahead and get, you know, the more expensive stuff you have to order online, go right ahead. But if you don't have the convenience of doing that and you just want to try this, you can go to Walmart or some crappy retail store like that and get yourself some lemon juice, 100% lemon juice from concentrate, some of this, and do this mixture. And here's my little cat down there. Hold him down there. So anyway, keeping an eye on these guys as much best I can. But I figured to pass this tip on. I've been noticing, like, when I drink this, I feel more energetic, which is great, because I just got over a pretty bad cold a couple weeks ago, and it's kind of lingered there a little bit for the last couple weeks. And I noticed when I took the baking soda bath, that really knocked it out the fastest. And I said, you know, I should go back to start drinking this stuff. But I don't really like drinking it because I don't like the way the baking soda tastes. And I know about, but I got this from doctors too. Don't, you know, I didn't get this from internet blogs or some crap like that. I actually got this from books I read on baking soda and stuff. That, you know, when you combine these two, it's even more alkalizing than if you use either one of them by themselves. But it tastes better. And you got to kind of mix it to your preference. In other words, the baking soda knocks out some of this tartness of this, and it kind of tastes like a soda water, almost. It's almost like a little bit bubbly. And it's just perfect for me, because with a little ice in there, it's not a bad taste. And I'll do this, because I don't like taking baking soda. It doesn't taste that good. But I put a little lemon in it. The combination's got a decent taste. Either one of these by themselves, I don't like the way it tastes. So, but the combination, I said, is even more alkalizing, because again, it's the ash from the lemon that is actually more alkalizing. Even though that's why you got to watch when you look at these people that post some of this stuff online. They'll tell you this food is alkaline, this food is acidic. You got to watch if they're talking about the pH of the food itself or what the effect is on the body. The lemon itself is very acidic, but when you're taking the lemon in, the actual net effect on the body, it's the most alkalizing of anything out there. So, you know, man, like I said, when I get my information, I mean, I'm not a medical doctor, but I read from the medical doctors, because I read too much stuff that turned out to be garbage. And some of the medical doctors that are not profit motivated will give you a lot of great information. The majority of them are very profit motivated. But you know, when you get something out, good information that is not in the mainstream, usually it's something that's going to really kill the profits on some pharmaceutical stuff, and that's why it's not out there. But not everything out there that's quote-unquote alternative is good information. That's why you got to look at what the doctors actually say. But don't get so nitpicky that you don't do it because you got to order this one and you got to order that. Then you don't do it. You can use this and you can use that. You know, it's not, you know, great value. It's fine. It's not going to, you know, versus not doing it. Believe me, it's a lot better. Over and out.